we were going to get a 23% increase.
There's not enough housing in the U.S.
RealPage is facilitating a housing cartel.
Housing conditions play a significant role in the quality of life for renters, and substandard living conditions can have serious implications for health, safety, and well-being. In the United States, renters often encounter a range of housing issues that prompt legal action against landlords. In this exploration, we will delve on the reasons U.S. renters are taking legal action against landlords. One common problem is the presence of mold, which can increase in damp or poorly ventilated spaces, leading to respiratory problems, allergic reactions, and other health issues. Additionally, renters may face pest infestations such as cockroaches, rodents, or bedbugs, which not only cause discomfort but also pose health risks and can damage property. Plumbing problems, including leaks, burst pipes, or sewage backups can result in water damage, structural issues, and unsanitary conditions if not promptly addressed by landlords. Furthermore, lack of maintenance and neglect can lead to a host of other housing issues such as deteriorating building infrastructure, malfunctioning heat or cooling systems, or electrical hazards. These conditions not only compromise the safety and habitability of rental units, but also diminish tenants' quality of life and sense of security in their homes. Legal action against landlords regarding housing conditions often involves tenants asserting their rights under local housing codes, landlord-tenant laws, and lease agreements. Ultimately, ensuring safe and habitable housing conditions is a fundamental responsibility of landlords, and renters have the right to expect their homes to meet basic health and safety standards. Legal action against landlords for substandard housing conditions serves as a means for tenants to assert their rights, demand accountability from landlords, and seek redress for housing violations that jeopardize their well-being. Rent increases and additional fees imposed by landlords are frequent sources of contention between renters and landlords in the United States, often leading to legal disputes and tenant advocacy efforts. While landlords have the discretion to adjust rents and impose certain fees within legal limits, renters may challenge unjustified increases or excessive fees, rent hikes through legal channels, seeking relief through rent stabilization laws, tenant protection regulations, or rent control boards. Additionally, landlords may impose various fees on tenants, such as application fees, late fees, pet fees, or maintenance fees. While some fees are permissible under state and local laws, others may be considered excessive or unlawful if they are not clearly disclosed and not reasonably related to actual costs or are imposed arbitrarily. Renters may dispute unfair fees through legal means, citing consumer protection laws, lease provisions, or local ordinances that govern fee structures and require transparency in fee assessment. Renters may also organize collective action to advocate for stronger tenant protections and challenge exploitative rent increases and fee practices. Tenant unions, advocacy groups, and community organizations play a crucial role in supporting renters' rights and mobilizing grassroots campaigns to address housing affordability issues, combat gentrification pressures, and promote policies that prioritize housing stability and affordability for all. The legal action against landlords regarding rent increases and fee reflects tenants' efforts to assert their rights, demand accountability from landlords, and advocate for fair and equitable housing policies that prioritize the needs of renters and ensure access to affordable, safe, and stable housing. Similarly, discrimination based on familial status, such as refusing to rent to families with children or imposing restrictive occupancy policies, violates fair housing laws that protect families with children from being unfairly excluded from housing options. Another prevalent form of housing discrimination is gender-based discrimination, which may manifest as differential treatment of tenants based on their gender identity or expression. Transgender and gender non-conforming individuals may face harassment, eviction, or denial of housing on the basis of their gender identity, contributing contributing to housing instability and exacerbating social marginalization. Additionally, discrimination based on disability is prohibited under the Fair Housing Act, which requires landlords to make reasonable accommodations for tenants with disabilities and prohibits housing practices that have a disparate impact on individuals with disabilities. Landlords who fail to accommodate tenants with disabilities or impose arbitrary barriers to accessibility may face legal action and enforcement measures. Furthermore, discrimination based on source of income, such as refusing to accept housing vouchers or other forms of rental assistance, disproportionately affects low-income renters and perpetuates socio-economic segregation. Many states and localities have enacted laws prohibiting discrimination based on the source of income or ensure that all renters have equal access to housing opportunities regardless of their financial circumstances. Legal action against landlords for housing discrimination serves as a critical mechanism for holding perpetrators accountable, protecting tenants' rights, and promoting fair and equitable access to housing for all individuals, regardless of their race, ethnicity, gender, familial status, disability, or socio-economic status. Tenant advocacy efforts and enforcement of fair housing laws are essential to combating discrimination in housing and advancing housing justice for marginalized communities. Retaliation undermines tenants' ability to assert their rights, maintain stable housing, and advocate for better living conditions, creating a climate of fear and intimidation that discourages tenants from speaking out against housing violations. One common form of retaliation is eviction, where landlord seeks to remove tenants from their homes in response to complaints, requests for repairs, or involvement in tenant organizing efforts. Retaliatory evictions may be disguised as lease violations and non-renewal of leases, but they are often motivated by landlords' desire to silence dissent and maintain control over rental properties. Tenants who face retaliatory evictions may file legal claims to challenge the legality of the eviction and seek remedies for wrongful termination of their tenancy. Similarly, landlords may retaliate against tenants by imposing rent increases or withholding essential services such as heat, water, or electricity in response to tenants' complaints or requests for repairs. Harassment or intimidation may seek legal protection through restraining orders, harassment injunctions, or other legal remedies to prevent further retaliation and ensure their safety and well-being. Some landlords may attempt to evict tenants without going through the formal eviction process by using self-help methods, such as changing locks, shutting off utilities, or removing tenants' belongings from the property. Self-help evictions are illegal in most jurisdictions and can result in legal action against landlords for unlawful eviction. In conclusion, renters may pursue legal action against landlords to enforce their rights, seek remedies for housing violations, challenge unfair practices, and protect themselves from unlawful eviction or discrimination. Legal advocacy and tenant organizing efforts play crucial roles in addressing these issues and promoting housing justice for renters across the United States. If you found this video helpful, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Your opinions matter. Let us know your thoughts on the topic discussed in our comments section.